Northern Colorado Hailstorm and home matches a rarity in 2023. Northern Colorado Hailstorm and losses a rarity in 2023. Until recently, the USL League One leaders back-to-back defeats away. They'll look for some home cooking against the only winless road team in League One, Lexington Sporting Club. We welcome you to Future Legends Field in Windsor, Colorado. I'm Ken Levicka. USL League One table coming into tonight. Northern Colorado, despite back-to-back defeats, going into their 8th home match this year. Only still 35 points on the table, one better than North Carolina. Lexington sits 10th after a 2-0 defeat midweek at Union Omaha. Trevor Ammon, he has been the man with the golden boot. Will he finish the season that way? Well, he's got a 5-goal cushion, 14 on the season, but by his standards, a drought. He's gone 3 matches without finding the back of the net. Trevor Ammon trying to come home and do what he's done all season long, and that is light up the scoreboard. 2 braces in the month of July. He's a nominee for USL League One Player of the Month. Let's look at the Lexington Sporting Club side. 2 players with 6 goals, one of them Nico Brown. Nico Brown and Ates Diouf account for 48% of the scoring on this Lexington Sporting Club side. Brown, the outstanding 24-year-old, he is part of a Lexington attack looking to get back into winning form. Northern Colorado Hailstorm, they haven't lost at home this season. Lexington, they have not won away from their home confines. Something's got to give. We'll see what happens tonight. This is USL League One on ESPN+.
Welcome. I'm Jason Olskart. I'm here with Jackie and Michelle, and we are the Olskart team powered by C3 Real Estate Solutions.
We are proud to partner with Future Legends to help fulfill the lifestyle needs, wants, and desires of each family who wants to call Colorado home.
C3 stands for character, culture, and commitment. That is core to who we are and the exceptional value that every client will experience when working with us.
If you value working with an experienced team, we invite you to reach out to schedule a time to meet with us.
Shields All Sports Store is your one-stop for everything outdoors, with local experts eager to guide you through the widest selection of brands. Your one-stop for exercise gear to get working out or fashions for going out. And your one-stop for footwear in your size, your style, yours to take home today. Shields, employee-owned, community-minded, and like no place you've ever shopped before.
It's a new day, Northern Colorado, and we're set to seize it. More than that, we're out to dent the old standard and set the gold standard. Today is about resilience. That's something our squad has shown and continues to show. Today is about growth. That's a trait this team and this town have seen and continue to see. All this time, the focus has been on our community's legendary future. But today, it dawned on us. The future is now. Are we building something special? Hell yeah, we are.
Only the 8th home match of 2023 for the USL League One tabletoppers, Northern Colorado Hailstorm. And boy, are they happy to be back home after being handed consecutive losses against North Carolina FC and Charlotte Independence. This is the 2nd meeting of the year between Northern Colorado and Lexington Sporting Club. And boy, was there a ton of action back on June 3rd, Georgetown College. And it was an early go of it for Northern Colorado thanks to the goal scorer, Billy King. He scored in the 4th minute, but it was the Ates Diouf show. He ended up having a brace. There is the goal from Bruno Rendon that briefly sent Northern Colorado to a 2-1 advantage. Look at this, chest down from Diouf. He leveled the match, and then in the 94th minute, Diouf had a game-winning goal called offside, wiped off the board, and what many believe should have been a game winner for Lexington Sporting Club. Northern Colorado's 11 under second-year headman Ayman Zayed. And there's Trevor Ammon, hasn't scored in 3 matches at the top of the formation. Lucky Opara along the back line with Arthur Rogers, last year's Defensive Player of the Year in USL League One. A midfield that features Noah Powder, Jackson Dietrich, Stefan Lukic, and Marky Hernandez, making only his 3rd start of the campaign. And now for Lexington Sporting Club, Sam Stockley, his 11 featuring tonight. Nico Brown, he came off the bench. He was a substitute in the 2-0 midweek loss at Union Omaha. It is Nico Brown at Testiyuf back as the forwards in this 11. Robertson, Smart, Delamene, and Mane in the midfield. And there is Ceja Gonzalez along the back line. We highlight him because he was stoned at the doorstep against Rashid Nuhu against Union Omaha. Again, that back on Wednesday. Northern Colorado will feature for the first time this season on the bench Irving Parra. And you got a glimpse of him. Parra has not seen action all year, battling testicular cancer. He was diagnosed in early February. 3 rounds of chemotherapy, but he's been back into training, and he is available off the bench for Ayman Zayed tonight. And talking with Ayman Zayed earlier this week, the amount of excitement that he and this club feels to have their number 10 back, even if it is as small as 15-20 minutes. What a boost. What an uplifting moment for this club if he's able to come on tonight. Both sides prepare for kickoff, awaiting the whistle of Gabriel Chiampi. It's our referee tonight. There is the whistle. We are underway. It is week 21 of the USL League One season in 2023, and we are glad you're with us on this Saturday night from Northern Colorado, Windsor, Colorado. I'm Ken Levicka, and after a giveaway, Lexington Sporting Club trying to make Northern Colorado think about it in the early going. And we discussed that June 3rd matchup at Lexington, and it was a match where Lexington dictated the pace of play for a vast majority of that match. Despite the fact Billy King scored in the 4th minute on a defensive breakdown, Lexington never panicked. And then Testiyuf went off, had the brace. Certainly the Lexington Sporting Club side believes that it should have been a hat-trick game winner in the 94th minute. That didn't come to be. Diouf scoring in the 21st and 81st minute. And then Bruno Rendon, he had a first half goal in that one as well, off of a corner and a poor clearance. Rendon available off the bench tonight for Northern Colorado. Lexington Sporting Club in their traditional green shirts. Northern Colorado in the home whites. This is lifted into the box, and there was a bit of problem for Lalo Delgado. Went up, swiped at the ball. It's headed wide, and now Delgado is clutching at his midsection. He misjudged that. That delivery had some pace on it. It was Tate Robertson who put a lot of English on that, and Delgado did not make contact with the ball. Eric Ceja Gonzalez was the man who put it wide off his head. An unexpected, extremely dangerous opportunity within the opening 90 seconds for Lexington Sporting Club. Kickoff temperature 77 degrees tonight here at the very new Future Legends Field. Winds, and you can hear them coming out of the northeast at 11 miles an hour. Later tonight, expected to have storms here in the northern part of the Rocky Mountain state, but shouldn't really affect anything for the next 2 hours or so, allowing us to get through this match. A battle in the midfield, and there's a whistle. Pierre Mane is called for the foul with a bit of a push in the back. Northern Colorado, its 8th game of the season here at home at its new facility. Far and away the least in USL League One. Here's a right-footed shot, and what a blast! Attest to youth. He had 2 goals June 3rd against Northern Colorado, and he continues the dominance of the tabletopper in USL League One. A dream start for Lexington on the road, and it's 1-0. Northern Colorado cannot stop this man. They have no answer for him. Look at the control onto his right foot. Navigates around Arthur Rogers, the defensive player of the year in the league. Leaves him sprawling and blasts it with a right foot.
Lexington SC goal scored by number 32.
This man has single-handedly dominated Northern Colorado this year. And there you get another look at it. That's as good as it gets. Northern Colorado, they score, they attack, they defend. Remarkable goalkeeping, but there's one man in this league who handles them without breaking a sweat, and that's Attest to youth. His 3rd goal against Northern Colorado this season, and he opens the scoring here tonight. Oh, I was about to mention, before the Diouf goal, the Northern Colorado only its 8th home match of the year. They have not lost here at home. 6 victories and 1 draw. And Northern Colorado already on the wrong side of things. In fact, this is the 4th straight match that Northern Colorado is conceded first. Starting to become a bit of a disturbing trend here for Ayman Zayed's group, that before their back-to-back losses at North Carolina and at Charlotte had gone unbeaten 12 in a row. All night for Lexington, the 29-year-old goalkeeper has been shown a yellow card for time wasting. All night, the Jamaican, he debuted internationally back in 2018. Now Lexington, and there's some trouble in the back, and able to scoop it up is Lalo Delgado. Boy, he has been shaky so far. He's already allowed a goal. He misplayed a delivery into the area that led to a very, very early opportunity for Lexington 90 seconds in. He is fighting it. Lexington extremely aggressive. That's Pila Dlamini who is whistled for the foul in the Lexington midfield. Well, so far this has gone to the exact same script as things did in Lexington back on June 3rd, for the exception of Lexington striking first this time around in the 4th minute, as opposed to Northern Colorado, who got a Billy King goal in the 4th minute at Georgetown College. But Lexington has been really poor away from home. They are the only team in USL League One not to win away from their home confines. 0 victories, 8 defeats, 2 draws. A -10 goal differential. That is 2nd worst in USL League One, teams playing away. So already Lexington is in a much more superior position than they're accustomed to, playing away from home. Attest to youth, the Senegal sensation, with his 7th goal of the season. Physical play along the touchline, but Diouf is the difference right now here in the early going. you get a look at Tate Robertson. He throws it into the attacking third, but nobody home. So Breck Evans, a 2 throwing to a 2 collecting. Evans, the former North Texas SC man. The flag is up offside. Nico Brown, our player to watch for Lexington here tonight. Brown and Diouf both came in with 6 goals, accounting for 12 of the 25 tallies this year for Lexington. Goal number 26 to Diouf in the 4th minute. Future Legends Field, this facility opened May 27th. That was a 4-1 victory over Central Valley Fuego. Northern Colorado has not had a lot of the ball here early. And a high boot foul against Lexington. It's going to be Mane. Mane writhing in pain on the ground, but he's the one who drew the whistle. We'll see Mane come flying in, and he is the one that had a high boot. Looked like he took contact to the hip. It'll be Arthur Rogers to deliver this into the area. 1-0 Lexington Sporting Club, 10th in the table over the league leaders. This is floated. And Northern Colorado screaming for a handball in the box. The referee says play on. Vociferous protest. Northern Colorado back to work. They try to play it through. And Owen Green got a right foot on it for Lexington. That'll trickle out of play. There is an urgency right now to Northern Colorado Hailstorm. This is sent to the back post. Nobody there, and the race is on. And Tariq Muhammad will let it roll out of play. Meadow Gold Dairy is farmer-owned and community-loved. 83 family-owned DFA farms and more than 100,000 cows supply your local Meadow Gold Dairy. Thank you for supporting your local dairy farmers, Meadow Gold. In the first meeting between these sides in early June, Lexington had 62% possession. And in the early going here tonight is very reminiscent of that dominance on the ball. Lexington's issue this year certainly has not been possession. They will tend to have the better of the possession battle, but other than their dynamic goal scorers, Nico Brown and Atest Diouf, not a whole lot of goal-scoring firepower. Top of the area, left foot dribbler by Trevor Ammon. Didn't get a lot on that, may have taken a deflection and an easy clearance for Lexington. Northern Colorado starting to look a bit more dangerous, however. Muhammad. Marky Hernandez. An unpopular decision from Gabriel Ciampi, the referee. You saw Eamon Zayed in the Northern Colorado bench erupt to the right of your screen. Marky Hernandez, the referee says, held up the progress of Tariq Muhammad. Here you get a look at Muhammad, the 23-year-old Canadian. Been selected to the U17 and U23 side, and that was a rightful call as Muhammad had his legs hooked by Hernandez, who had gone to ground. This artificial surface here at Future Legends Field. This part of a sprawling facility here in the plains of Northern Colorado, about a half an hour away from Fort Collins, Colorado State University, a little over an hour away from Denver. Lucky Opara will throw it into the defensive end of the midfield, and here comes Northern Colorado. They have spent the last month at the top of the table in USL League One. Here's a giveaway. Diouf tried to punch it on to Delgado, try and catch him off his line. Delgado saw exactly what was happening and was able to backtrack. But boy, is Antes Diouf playing a confident brand of football against Northern Colorado. Lexington's got to be careful, though, because Northern Colorado is pressing in a massive way. Contact, play on, says Gabriel Chiampi, but Lexington is able to maintain possession of the defensive third. Don't want to do too much back there, though, and Mane will push it back onto him all night. Eamon Zayed will deliver the ball to Marky Hernandez, his former teammate at Chattanooga Red Wolves. Zayed brought Hernandez over before last season. And a very strong veteran presence. Hernandez rarely starts. This only his third of the season, but he's already got 2 goals. He had 3 last year in over 1,000 minutes, 13 appearances off the bench, 13 substitutions, 10 starts last year, 17 appearances, 3 starts this year. So very dependable and has a good understanding with Eamon Zayed about his role. That's sloppy from Northern Colorado. Opara couldn't slice that down. Tariq Muhammad is just sauntering up the pitch. Throws it in, and now we'll have an attacking third throw-in for Lexington Sporting Club. Humbled a bit by Union Omaha midweek. They did miss some glorious opportunities, including Eric Seja Gonzalez in the first half of that match, somehow not scoring on a miraculous clearance off the line. He was on the doorstep, had a wide open goal before bodies started to fly in front of him. But Union Omaha able to avenge what was a 3-0 thrashing that Lexington delivered at Georgetown College the week before. A 2-0 win for Union Omaha Wednesday. So Lexington tonight trying to bounce back and off to a very good start thanks to Antes Diouf and goal number 7 of the year. Long ball forward, the chase is on. Muhammad, he will win the race to the ball, and he'll earn a throw-in for Lexington. Top Shelf Organics, stay on top of your pain and be on top of your game. Visit Top Shelf Organics, located just north of Future Legends Field. That's Top Shelf Organics. Eamon Zayed not a happy camper right now. Now here's the decision if you're Sam Stockley, and obviously keeping in mind you're just entering the 18th minute of this match. You still want to push, and Lexington has had a lot of the ball. But certainly going up 1-0 in the 4th minute changes a bit of the potential game plan when you're desperate for 3 points on the road, and what an eyebrow raiser it would be if Lexington could take all 3 points here in Windsor, a place where nobody's figured it out yet this season. And at this venue, nobody's figured it out ever. Northern Colorado went down 1-0 to Richmond here at home 2 weeks ago. And then a 3-1 decision later. Northern Colorado was celebrating all 3 points in the bag. So it's not as if this is uncharted territory for Northern Colorado Hailstorm. Knight decides he's just going to scoop it. And And Trevor Ammon will retreat. Ammon and Bruno Rendon, who again is on the bench tonight, available as a substitute for Northern Colorado. They are both nominees for Player of the Month in July. Ammon, of course, going on the scoring tear, 5 goals in July, 2 braces. Rendon had 2 goals, 60 duels, 17 tackles. Top marks in USL League One. Hernandez has that headed away from him. Ceja Gonzalez. Lexington showing poise on the ball. Diouf coming up to be a problem and somehow wins that. Diouf gives it away, but Lexington, they had thrown numbers forward and able to recover the ball. Robertson holds up play. Northern Colorado strong shape defensively. A really nice crowd out here tonight in Northern Colorado. Capacity 2,500, this Future Legends field. It's been an area that's been plagued by rain on game nights, to the frustration of Eamon Zayed when we talked to him this week, but said we're expecting a really nice crowd, and sure enough, here they are tonight. Now Diouf is down and requiring some attention. We'll see what happened here to Diouf. He's in the corner with Breck Evans. There's a grab of the jersey. There was a knee to the back of the leg, and I suppose that's what sent him cringing to this artificial surface. Well, things looked promising for Northern Colorado, but not great distribution to the near side, and that allowed Tariq Muhammad to recover and win it back for Lexington. Uncharacteristically sloppy here for Northern Colorado, perhaps still feeling a bit of the effects from a humbling trip to North Carolina. Taking 2 losses in the state in just a couple days span, including the truly painful one last Saturday, 4-1. That was only the 3rd loss of the year for Northern Colorado, and certainly their largest of the season. And Eamon Zayed said that he saw red flags against North Carolina FC. There were some heavy legs, some tired players, but it all came to a head against Charlotte Independence. This looked like a tired group. US Foods, they're the official food supply partner of Future Legends Complex and Hailstorm FC. That's US Foods. Eamon Zayed also said this week that he saw some unexpected personnel in the training room. So not only was it heavy legs for some of these players, some knocks that previously were not anticipated going into the week. So Monday and Tuesday, Northern Colorado got off and it was back to training. The last thing Northern Colorado wants, though, is the losses to start becoming a trend. After 12 straight unbeaten, you can easily stomach back-to-back losses on the road. But if you come home, suffer a 3rd straight loss, and do it on a pitch you've never suffered a defeat before, then perhaps some questions need to start being asked. But we're a long way from that standpoint, as Northern Colorado in the 23rd minute will try and formulate something out of the back. Long ball forward, and it finds a man in the box. Lukic maintains his footing to the top of the area. Ammon put it off the post. Amal Knight had his vision screened, and now a clunky tackle. Knight didn't react at all because there was a wall of bodies in front of him, and Ammon nearly had goal number 15 on the year. Ammon had forever to set up and pick out where he wanted to shoot it, and he nearly drew us level. I mean, look at Knight, extremely late to react because of the traffic in front of him. The angle just a bit off for Ammon. But that the best chance of the night for the leaders in USL League One. Muhammad to Diouf, got to look out here. Diouf, full head of steam, to the top of the area, but nobody home. Marky Hernandez was for Northern Colorado. A giveaway for a giveaway in the midfield. Arthur Rogers, the king of chances created in USL League One, with a glorious ball to the near side. The cross! And it's cleared off the line. Did it go across? The referee says no. Owen Green, the hero, to keep it 1-0 Lexington. It was Kalen Fox with the miraculous clearance off the line Wednesday at Union Omaha. Owen Green does the duties here tonight. Knight fumbled it. No, it was Kalen Fox again. It was Fox for a second straight contest, saving them all night. My goodness. Whenever you ever seen a defensive player with 2 goal-saving clearances in back-to-back matches? Incredible, Kalen Fox. Lexington's got to shore it up now. They've had Ammon put it off the post. And then Kalen Fox hustling back to clean up a mess that was left by Amal Knight. Northern Colorado is knocking on the door in a big way. '27th minute, the difference is Ates Diouf. You can hear the touch lines barking instructions, both sides. Eamon Zayed, Sam Stockley. This is played through the middle. Slid on nicely by Seja Gonzalez to keep Lexington in the attacking half. Flamini was knocked to the ground. No whistle. Now Ammon on his left foot, and it trickled through Knight. Ammon, the Golden Boot leader, 15 goals on the season. He ends his 3-match drought. And it's 1-1. It was only a matter of time. Ammon had Kalen Fox off balance. Ammon put it right into Knight, but Knight who fumbled a previous attempt but was saved by Fox. Couldn't secure that. And in the 28th minute, Trevor Ammon back to doing what he does best, and that's score goals. He'll come over and hydrate, well deserved. Northern Colorado has spent the last 7 minutes or so asking a ton of questions of Lexington, who started to look very spread thin. And a long ball forward, and not many are going to be able to stop a 1v1 with Trevor Ammon. And Lexington not equal to the task there. This will bounce on to Delgado. Now that glorious start for Lexington. And they've been ammoned. You can feel the wind and hear the wind starting to pick up a bit here. There are storms expected later on tonight. Shouldn't affect anything from a match standpoint, but weather will be blowing in at some point. That Ammon goal for Northern Colorado was their 17th first half goal of the season. And that has them tied for the top spot in USL League One with those 17 goals in the opening 45. And the problem for a team like Lexington is that they are one of the worst second half teams in all of USL League One. As here is Ammon coming forward, and that will be a corner for Northern Colorado. Lexington is the worst in USL League One in goal differential second half, while Northern Colorado is the best in the second half in matches this season. So if you go into halftime with a 1-1 draw, advantage Northern Colorado. And if Northern Colorado has the lead going into halftime, obviously advantage Northern Colorado. And now the referee has changed his mind, and it'll be a goal kick instead. Past the half an hour mark, Ken Levica with you. Future Legends Field in Windsor, Colorado, this week 21 of the USL League One season. Our executive producer, Brent Koskiela, Lazaro Molina on replay, Jason Goebel in charge of audio here tonight. I'll test to you if the goal scorer for Lexington Sporting Club, minute number 4. 28th minute, Trevor Ammon. So the usual suspects for these two sides. Now Nico Brown meanders his way into the attacking third. Diouf and Mane. A bit of back and forth, and then Diouf is tackled to the turf. Man, that was very clunky from Lucky Opara, who was caught flat-footed and then shouldered Diouf, forearmed him more appropriately down to the ground. And that wind is really blowing now. Tariq Muhammad having a bit of a disagreement with Gabriel Ciampi, the referee. Ted Robertson in the vicinity here for Lexington, so we'll see who's going to whip in this delivery. Lalo Delgado roaming the goal line, and his goal for Northern Colorado. It's going to be Robertson. Sends this back post. Headed down. And now the race is on. Northern Colorado pushes forward and nothing doing. Tracked on from behind was Jackson Dietrich. He ran out of gas, and that was pushed onto him all night. And a free kick for Northern Colorado. Things are getting a little bit chippy, a little bit testy now, and we're going to have a card shown. Lexington, its second card of the night, and that's going to be Pila Dlamini for kicking away that restart. All night had a time-wasting yellow in goal for Lexington. Now Dlamini in the Lexington midfield.
A yellow card was issued to Lexington SC number 22, Pila Dlamini.
Now Dlamini is tackled down. That's Arthur Rogers collecting that whistle. The referee says no ill intent. The cards stay in the pocket. Rogers on the team of the season for USL League One last year. Muhammad goes to ground. The referee says there wasn't enough there. There was embellishment. And now there's a card. And that's shown to Tariq Muhammad. So there is the third card. And you saw Sam Stockley, Lexington Sporting Club boss, motion into Muhammad, relax, calm down, settle down. The last thing you need after you had a lead within the first 5 minutes here at the leaders in USL League One, then you concede to the league's best goal scorer, is to start racking up cards and put yourself in danger of going down a man. Lexington, a side who hasn't won on the road this season. Lexington, a side that is facing a team that has not been defeated at home. You ain't getting 3 points if you're down to 10 men. There you see 0-8-2, 0 wins, 8 defeats, 2 draws on the road for Lexington Sporting Club. And now we have a lightning delay. So every forecast has been saying no severe weather, no weather until after the match. Yet here we are in the 36th minute, and we're going to clear off. You might want to start preparing yourself for a late night. So the referee is explaining the proceedings. Has a minor disagreement with something that happened on the pitch with Don Smart. And we have a delay. Just past the half-an-hour mark here on this Saturday night. Weather issues have plagued Northern Colorado this season. And here we are again. So Northern Colorado 1, Lexington Sporting Club 1. We're in a weather delay. And stick with us. We'll be back as soon as we get you a new restart time. This is USL League One on ESPN+.
this side.
Attention fans, lightning has been detected in our area. The match will be delayed 30 minutes, and we'll update you as we get closer to the restart of play. Please seek shelter in your cars until it's safe to return to the complex. We thank you for your cooperation.
We are counting down to a restart here in Windsor, Colorado. Last time we talked to you, the sun was still out. Well, that's changed. That was a lengthy delay, a delay of over an hour because of thunderstorms. Northern Colorado Hailstorm and Lexington Sporting Club are even at 1-1. How did we get there? Well, fourth minute, look at Ates Diouf, his third goal of the season against Northern Colorado, and this one was an absolutely majestic launch off of his right foot, a giveaway in the back, and Diouf makes Northern Colorado pay in a major way, and it was 1-0 to the visitors who have yet to win a road match this season. But in the 28th minute, Trevor Ammon, goal number 15 on the year, far and away the Golden Boot leader in USL League One. Amal Knight made a play on it, but it leaked through him, and that is where we sit now, 1-1. This weather delay started in the 37th minute, and so now both sides, after going back to the locker room, they have warmed up properly. Fans have been allowed back into the venue. That happened right around, well, let's see. It was right around 8:30 local time here in Colorado. And so now as we approach 8:50 Mountain Time, you see the foreboding clock lingering in the distance, counting us down to getting back underway, 1-1. This game clock at 35 minutes, 38 seconds to be exact. So we'll play probably a little over 10 minutes of soccer, and then we'll go back to a break. It'll be halftime. Our referee, Gabriel Ciampi, awaits the indication that we're ready to get back to action. Thumbs up all around. There's the whistle. And we're off. 1-1 the score. Northern Colorado Hailstorm, Lexington Sporting Club. Ken Levicka back here with you under the bright lights. Future Legends Field in Windsor. Northern Colorado currently in real time second in the USL League One table. Lexington Sporting Club comes into tonight 10th in the table. These two sides drew back on June 3rd. That was a 2-2 decision. And why does Northern Colorado currently sit second in the USL League One table despite coming into tonight the top of table where they've been for about the last month? It's because North Carolina FC picked up a victory tonight. North Carolina, and that's headed on, and Ammon on a back post header right away after the restart gives Northern Colorado a 2-1 advantage. A masterful restart for the Hailstorm, and there's goal number 16 on the year for Ammon. His second tonight. Now this was a nightmarish job of marking, and Ammon standing all by himself on the back post with a tap-in header. And Northern Colorado up 2-1. That is disastrous for Lexington Sporting Club. Showing all of the identity of a side that cannot win away from home. That just cannot happen just over a minute after a restart from a weather delay. You can't blame heavy legs. You can't blame fatigue. That is just simply a blown defensive assignment on the league's most elite goal scorer, who is absolutely running away with the Golden Boot, Trevor Ammon. now Lexington Sporting Club having trouble with the restart. So 2-1 Northern Colorado, looking very much like the side. As that's headed in, but cleared away for a corner. Northern Colorado looking very much like the side that has been the best team in the league this season. You look at this Muhammad entry, well played by Breck Evans to keep it from finding the target. So now in real time, after we documented that North Carolina win come from behind 3-2 against Tormenta on the road to put them top of table, in real time it's Northern Colorado back to the lead in USL League One, 38 points in the table, clear of North Carolina FC by a point. Here's Don Smart and a handball. This is a really ugly start as Mane made contact with his right hand. A really ugly start for Lexington Sporting Club. And boy, Northern Colorado is pulling everything out of the bag of tricks off the free kick from midfield, trying to test them all night. And the referee says play on, but then Diouf was offside. Oh no, a foul was called. That was late. Gabriel Ciampi coming over to direct traffic. So Trevor Ammon has 2 goals tonight, a brace. He had 2 braces in the month of July, and now his second match in August, he has a brace, and perhaps his first brace of the month. Ammon goes to ground, and the referee says no. $18 first-half goals this season for Northern Colorado. They have been dominant. And at home this season, of their 7 complete matches, they have only allowed 1 second-half concession. So the odds are definitely stacked against Lexington. We restarted at 35 minutes, 38 seconds after an over-hour weather delay. So then we'll play 4 more minutes here, and then we'll have another 15 minutes. We'll have halftime. You wonder what that does to these coaches' substitution patterns. Certainly you've got fresher legs than you typically would coming out of halftime. Diouf trying to make a nifty turn, but he made contact with his forearm, and he's called for a handball. Color Pro, Hailstorm FC, and future legends print with the pros at Color Pro Printing of Fort Collins. They make your vision a reality. Check them out at colorproprint.com. That's Color Pro. Muhammad up ahead to Diouf. Tried to thread the needle on a nifty playthrough, and then Nico Brown, who has been very quiet tonight, called for the foul. Lexington has conceded now 36 goals on the season. That is near the top of the worst mark in USL League One. It has been a rough season defensively for Sam Stockley's crew. Two weekends ago at home, it was a triumphant 3-0 victory over Union Omaha, and then a 2-2 home draw with Richmond Kickers. Prior to that, Lexington was winless in their previous 5, including 4 losses in that span. And Lexington has been extremely flat back out of the weather break. It has been all Northern Colorado in every sense. Ammon scoring about a minute after the restart to give Northern Colorado the 2-1 lead. Lehman Lewis. They're sponsoring the Lehman Lewis Financial Group Pickleball Arena at Future Legends Complex. You're never too old to play. You're never too young to start planning your future. Visit LehmanLewis.com. Start talking about your retirement. Tariq Muhammad goes to ground. Sam Stockley, his manager, comes over to help him prepare for the throw-in. Let me tell you about Peak Performance. Peak Performance Chiropractic, the official chiropractor of your Owls and Hailstorm. Peak Performance is the premier location for wellness chiropractic care for the entire family. That's Peak Performance. Ammon on the run. And now Amal Knight trying to shield Ammon off the ball and does so successfully. Knight is arguing that Ammon pushed him, and now Knight's confronting Ammon. Ammon puts a shoulder into him. Knight needs to be careful. He's on a yellow card. There's pushing and shoving. Knight taking exception to Ammon, in Knight's mind, pushing him down the dugout steps of this soccer and baseball facility. Knight is extremely unhappy. A card is out. Now Knight is on a yellow for time wasting. Is this going to be shown to Ammon? Is this going to be shown to Knight? Is it going to be shown to someone else? Here comes the march, and I believe that the referee is trying to track down Ammon, who's going to stand and take the card, and he gives a thumbs up, says, I agree with that. So it appears Knight rightfully upset. No protest from Ammon. This has been a bizarre night here in Windsor. Starting to get a little bit weird. Gabriel Ciampi, who, by the way, major credit for 1, the hair, 2, the head attire, and the sweatbands. He's got style, Gabriel Ciampi, our referee. The Lexington Sporting Club, 10th in the table, took a lead in the first 4 minutes against first place Northern Colorado. Northern Colorado was then able to equalize in the 28th minute with Ammon, the Golden Boot leader. Then we had an over-hour weather delay just shy of the 37th minute. Ammon scored again then after a minute expired following the restart. Lexington just squandered what appeared to be a golden opportunity on the counter with Brown and Diouf, and Nico Brown with a heavy touch blew that up. 1 additional minute and added time. Now, this is sloppy indecision, and then finally Kalen Fox able to shield some room for him all night to grab that ball off a hop. Northern Colorado has grabbed control of this match. They had started to do it before the weather delay. And there is the final whistle. So we played 10 minutes of soccer after the weather delay, and now it's back to the locker room for halftime. Trevor Ammon, 2 goals in the first half. After 2 braces in July, he has a brace in August, and he has Northern Colorado on top of Lexington Sporting Club 2-1 after an elongated opening 45 and change. 2-1, Northern Colorado leads Lexington, and we'll start the halftime proceedings after this This is USL League One on ESPN+.
This evening's merch item of the match is our summer scarf on sale now for $20. Our specialty cocktail of the game is the Legends Lemonade, made with Deep Eddy vodka. And our specialty juice of the game is Southern Twist. And the second half kicks off in just under 15 minutes.
Shields All Sports Store is your one stop for everything outdoors, with local experts eager to guide you through the widest selection of brands. Your one stop for exercise gear to get working out or fashions for going out. And your one stop for footwear in your size, your style, yours to take home today. Shields, employee owned, community minded, and like no place you've ever shopped before.
Welcome. I'm Jason Olskard. I'm here with Jackie and Michelle, and we are the Olskard team powered by C3 Real Estate Solutions.
We are proud to partner with future legends to help fulfill the lifestyle needs, wants, and desires of each family who wants to call Colorado home.
C3 stands for character, culture, and commitment. That is core to who we are and the exceptional value that every client will experience when working with us.
If you value working with an experienced team, we invite you to reach out to schedule a time to meet with us.
Halftime in Colorado, Northern Colorado, and Lexington Sporting Club midweek. Lexington was at Union Omaha. A look at highlights from that one, and a look at Rashid Nuhu, Akira Fitzgerald. Fight between the pipes in USL League One. To tell you about it, here's Mark Schoenster.
Only one game in the midweek, Union Omaha looking for payback after the stomping they took just a week and a half ago to this same Lexington side. 24th minute, it's a lovely corner kick from Connor Doyle and a sure-headed finish from Steven Dos Santos, nodding in his 5th goal of the season with the Owls and rewarded with a big celebration with Wes Mims. Then, in the 37th minute, we get this awesome play. It's not a goal, but it's a J.P. Skeers header, and Kalen Fox goes flying in to clear it off the line. I mean, that's got to be up for save of the week. I know it's not a keeper, but case closed. Then, we'd have another defensive effort in the 50th minute. Alexi Sawahi denies an opportunity right in front of goal for Eric Ceja Gonzalez, denying him the chance to score and level things up in the second half. And he's very graciously thanked by Rashid Nuhu, his keeper, after the fact. Then just 2 minutes later, it's dead ball specialist J.P. Skeers. This time, he's able to get to the back of the net. Just a delicate touch from him. Nice ball from Marco Milanese. Cannot keep your eyes off of J.P. Skeers when it's a corner kick or a free kick like that. Then, in the 61st minute, Lexington tried to have the deficit, but a quick reaction from Rashid Nuhu keeps his clean sheet, and Union Omaha able to get the 2-0 victory. That's 2 wins in a row for the Owls and 3 wins in 4. And for Rashid Nuhu, it's his 31st career clean sheet in USL League One, 30 in the regular season, and he also had a clean sheet in their championship win in 2021. So let's talk about Rashid Nuhu a little bit. He's been with the team since the start, a name that at this point is synonymous with Union Omaha. And he's known for a lot of things, but he's always had a penchant for Twitch reactions, especially with his legs. But that doesn't mean he can't stop some heat with his mitts as well. Played 4 games with Red Bulls 2 in 2019 in the USL Championship, so his pro career isn't entirely in Omaha colors, but it nearly is. And you can't forget his goalie assist in 2021, where he helped Evan Conway score one of his many goals that season in the Kraft House at Gillette Stadium. And he's still kicking it this year. 6 clean sheets on the season, which puts him 2 behind the front runners Bernd Shipman and Lalo Delgado. Needless to say, this Fordham Ram has stamped his claim in these early years of USL League One's history. I know the Owls are more than happy to have him around, especially because he's always pushing to improve. A thread line we've heard over the years about Mr. Nuhu from several coaches on the coaching staff. But he's not the only one with 31 clean sheets in USL League One. So with that in mind, let's pivot over to Akira Fitzgerald. Standing at just 5'11", this man takes the term shot stopping and just runs with it no matter where the shot is coming from or where it's going. Fitzgerald has proven he has the capability to ragdoll himself to the right spot and punch away the effort. Now, unlike Nuhu, Akira has been a pro for quite a while, spending time with the Carolina Railhawks that are now known as North Carolina FC in USL League One. But he also spent time with the Tampa Bay Rowdies before going to RVA in 2019. And not only is he demonstrating his cat-like prowess with sticks, or demonstrating his cat-like prowess between the sticks, he's also the goalkeeping coach for the Richmond Kickers, so a bit of a juggling act this season and previous seasons for Akira Fitzgerald. Probably helps that he's able to stop shots from Emiliano Terzaghi in practice every single day, but he's been a quality goalkeeper for so long. I, for one, will be interested to see who is on top at the end of the season when it comes to career clean sheets, and you should be interested in what's coming up next at halftime on ESPN+. We'll see you there after this from the USL.
Are you ready? Ready for more of the game you love? Ready for more players and more teams? Ready for more stadiums, for more fans in more cities? This is a different league. The USL Super League, built for the future of women's soccer, bridging the journey from youth to pro, connected to the global game, and bringing it all closer to home. Are you ready?
We all have goals. But let's be honest, most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Two to one at the break. Northern Colorado on top of Lexington Sporting Club. Ken Levicka back here with you. News and notes, USL League One. Player of the Month nominees, Trevor Ammon, who has 2 goals tonight. You've got Anderson, Dos Santos, Keziah Sterling, and Bruno Rendon, Ammon's teammate at Northern Colorado. Vote, USLLeague1.com. Central Valley Fuego opened a brand new training facility. It's going to serve both the first team and the academy squads. That announced this week. And Keziah Sterling Tormenta, the player of the week, a brace midweek, had an assist against Union Omaha on Saturday. Tormenta falling tonight to North Carolina FC. Here is the team of the week, and there is Sterling. And as we continue on here, going into week number 21, surely Trevor Ammon at this point is going to be on the team of the week. Here's the scoreboard. And I just mentioned that 3-2 final. North Carolina coming back after falling behind early to beat Tormenta. It was Greenville coming back on Charlotte at home 3-2. Forward Madison holds off Richmond Kickers 2-1. Union Omaha 3-1, Knoxville 1. Union Omaha wins back-to-back matches, and they are creeping up well into the top 6. Upcoming League One schedule, midweek, Richmond plays host to NCFC. Also, Tormenta has Central Valley Fuego, Forward Madison, Chattanooga Red Wolves, Lexington, and Fuego next weekend. Charlotte Independence welcomes in Tormenta Saturday night. And then it's Northern Colorado here against Union Omaha. That'll be a good one. Second half action on the way. We'll have highlights as well. This is USL League One on ESPN+.
Shields All Sports Store is your one stop for everything outdoors, with local experts eager to guide you through the widest selection of brands. Your one stop for exercise gear to get working out or fashions for going out. And your one stop for footwear in your size, your style, yours to take home today. Shields, employee owned, community minded, and like no place you've ever shopped before.
It's a new day, Northern Colorado, and we're set to seize it. More than that, we're out to dent the old standard and set the gold standard. Today is about resilience. That's something our squad has shown and continues to show. Today is about growth. That's a trait this team and this town have seen and continue to see. All this time, the focus has been on our community's legendary future. But today, it dawned on us. The future is now. Are we building something special? Hell yeah, we are.
Plenty of action, including a weather delay in the opening half. Northern Colorado Hailstorm 2, Lexington Sporting Club 1. So we might as well navigate through how we got to this 2-1 score line after 45 minutes. That in real time was around an hour 45, thanks to lightning. Fourth minute, way back when this evening, Ates Diouf, after gathering a giveaway, look at the footwork, able to shed Arthur Rogers and blasted by Lalo Delgado. What an exceptional start. What a wonderful goal for Diouf, number 7 on the year. It was 1-0 to the visiting side. Trevor Ammon just a few minutes later, however, would put one off the post, and from there, Northern Colorado started to cascade down on the Lexington. Another near equalizer, but it was Kalen Fox with desperate, heroic defense on the goal line for a second straight match, but Ammon finally would cash in. All Night can't handle a short-range shot. It was 1-1, 28th minute after an hour-long weather delay. 60 seconds back into action. Ammon completely unmarked on the back post for his 16th goal of the season and his 6th brace of the campaign. That's where we sit, 2-1. And so these players who were just in the locker room for an hour played about 10 minutes, went right back to the locker room for the halftime break. Will get us going here for the second half. 2-1, Northern Colorado on top. And as it stands right now, if this result holds, Northern Colorado goes through their first test of week 21 as the table toppers remaining as the number 1 team in USL League One. Lexington Sporting Club, they are going to need to really get to work if they want to pick up their first victory away from home here in 2023. Ken Levicka with you. And here in Colorado, oh, here's a bad giveaway. Can Northern Colorado cash in? Yes, they can. It's all falling apart for Lexington. It's Billy King, his 8th tally of the season. And Northern Colorado has grabbed a stranglehold of this match. It's 3-1. My goodness. Since the weather delay, Lexington has been in shambles. This is easily played back to King. I'm all night. Lean one way, couldn't recover back the other way. And it's 3 for Northern Colorado. It was a very, very shaky start for Northern Colorado. They have dominated since about the 15th minute or so. Lexington came into tonight 0 victories, 8 defeats, 2 draws on the road. And there's going to need to be something extreme to avoid loss number 9 this season. And Lexington is now minus 12 in goal differential on the road. And make that 19 goals conceded in the second half for Lexington this season. That is the worst mark in USL League One. There are a lot of numbers to support the deficiencies that this Lexington side has away from Georgetown College, their home site. Northern Colorado looking for more. Now they hold up play briefly. If you're in Mountain Time here with us locally in Colorado, get yourself a late dinner set up. This is a good ball in the box, but the flag is up. It's an offside. If you're watching USL League One action on the East Coast, might as well brew some coffee and staple those eyelids open. Getting late on the East Coast, right around 11:30 Eastern time, or at least approaching it. There are currently 2 matches happening in USL League One. This one, which would have been over by this point if not for the hour-plus lightning delay in the opening half. And Fuego, Central Valley Fuego, has a 1-0 lead over Chattanooga Red Wolves as they approach halftime in California. And as it stands, Lexington has fallen to 11th in the League One table. Here's Northern Colorado's Ammon, spraying it to Hernandez. Hernandez, the cross, made it through everybody untouched. And Muhammad on the end of it for Lexington. So right now, based on how things are working themselves out in USL League One, Fuego takes over the 10 spot from Lexington. Greenville sits in the final playoff position with 32 points. Lexington Sporting Club 14 points behind that. Quick restart here for Lexington, desperately looking for anything resembling a challenge to Lilo Delgado's goal. Robertson the cross, that's dealt with well. Lehman Lewis sponsoring the Lehman Lewis Financial Group Pickleball Arena at Future Legends Complex. You're never too old to play. You're never too young to start planning your future. Visit LehmanLewis.com. Start talking about retirement. That's Lehman Lewis. That wind still whipping around.
Attention for substitution.
Though we are,
Lexington SC making its first
as we have substitutions coming in, we are expecting weather is going to be fairly clean from here on out, though meteorologists told us the same thing leading into the night.
entering the game, number 11, So Kim, and number 14, Khalid Balagoon. Substitutions made in the 52nd minute.
Substitutions coming for Lexington. So Kim will take out Dlamini. And there is Kim, who just came on, trying to mix it up, make something happen. He's played off the ball, however. Khalid Balagoon has entered the match as well. William all night choosing to just blast the ball into the seats with Ammon half jogging towards him. That was quite the decision. To the edge of the area, King. He has the lone goal in this second half. Oh, this is played well into the box. Juking, looking for room. Now a shot with the left foot, well off the mark by Dietrich. He pulled it. And this Lexington defense is getting ripped apart. Powder, you saw him lay it off. Dietrich off the mark, but there is a lot of room to navigate. Uncontested for Northern Colorado. So Khalid Balagoon came on for Owen Green. Along the back four for Lexington, So Kim takes off Dlamini. So those are your first two substitutions of this match with a 3-1 Northern Colorado scoreline. Northern Colorado's done it all this season. Most goals scored in USL League One. Came into tonight tied for the league lead in clean sheets, though they won't add to the 8 they had going into the evening, at least not tonight. They gain leads, they hang on to leads, they win matches. Here's Nico Brown. Lays it off to Smart, and Smart launches it out of play. Well, this Future Legends field debuted as Northern Colorado Hailstorm's home May 27th in a 4-1 victory over Central Valley Fuego. This project, this not only venue, but this entire sprawling complex that makes up Future Legends complex here in Windsor was delayed several times for various reasons. As Robertson delivers it at the top of the box. This organization was hoping to move in last year. That didn't happen. But here we are in 2023. But because of the delays to this facility and the unknowns about when it was going to be completed, Northern Colorado has done, as this is sent to the back post, popped up into the air, still active, and then finally cleared away. Led to extended road trips to start seasons, and now we have a Northern Colorado player laying on the pitch in pain. But Northern Colorado played its first 6 USL League One matches away from home here in 2023. 8 total matches if you want to include the U.S. Open Cup. 7 matches away to begin last year. That should not be an issue any longer for Ayman Zayed and this side. Second year in existence, at least competitively. See what's coming up here for Northern Colorado. It's going to be a real good one next weekend right here in Windsor. Union Omaha rolls through. And then it's hosting Greenville. This really could be an opportunity for Northern Colorado to send a message to the rest of USL League One. We are not giving up this advantage. At Tormenta, at North Carolina, where they suffered a loss this past weekend, and then home looking for payback against Charlotte Independence to start September after falling 4-1 at Charlotte 7 nights ago. And Kim is taken down. This will be free kick from a dangerous area upcoming for Lexington Sporting Club. But I mentioned this entire complex here in Windsor. It has a massive indoor multi-purpose dome. There's 2 indoor diamond fields, baseball diamonds, 8 outdoor baseball fields, 10 multi-purpose turf fields, 16 volleyball courts. They've got a minor league baseball stadium that can serve as a multi-purpose venue, and then 2 on-site hotels as well, 260 rooms total. Robertson will let Muhammad do the duties. He'll pop it wide of goal. The timing off with that from Lexington. We'll see as Muhammad approached the ball. The runs were late. The timing was off. Diouf was the closest man there, but was never going to get to that. It does feel like this could now be an evening where we see what would end up being the most inspirational portion of this 2023 USL League One season, and that is the debut in 2023 of Irvin Parra. Parra has not played all season long due to a battle with testicular cancer, as that is launched over goal. He was diagnosed in February, underwent surgery February 13th, but after his surgery, underwent a PET scan that showed that the cancer had spread and had to undergo 3 rounds of chemotherapy. The 3rd round took place halfway through June. And there is Irvin Parra, and it looks like he's starting to warm up. Irvin Parra looks like he may very well make his 2023 debut. Back in training for a couple of weeks following his last round of chemotherapy. And Eamon Zayed midweek made the decision, consulting with Parra, that yes, we'll make you available for Saturday night. He is not fit enough for a full 90, as you'd imagine, but they both believe he's fit enough to go 15, 20, maybe 30 minutes. So we'll see if he gets a 15 or 20 here. He is starting to get loose on the touchline, and what a wonderful sight it would be to see Irvin Parra come in for Northern Colorado after all he's been through. Northern Colorado, meanwhile, looking for a 4th, and it seemed primed for Stefan Lukic to have an opportunity, but he misplayed it to the top of the box. And Irvin Parra, the number 10 for Northern Colorado. A profoundly important veteran presence. And his entire team, this community, has rallied around him. USL League One. And now Parra is getting loose on the touchline. We'll see this challenge here as Hernandez cradled the ball between his legs, and then he was falling to the turf. He grabbed a hold of Pierre Monet. It was pretty obvious what took place there. Sam Stockley has been warned by our referee, Gabriel Chiampi. Don Smart for Lexington. That gets intercepted. Mane, Lexington looking for a goal. Oh boy, Tariq Muhammad just took a header. Looks like he got his cleat stuck on this artificial surface. He has not gotten up yet. Meanwhile, play continues. Fox misplays it. Ammon 1v1. Ammon to the end line. Across on to Marky Hernandez, and then Hernandez sends it into the night sky. Scotchy's Cleaners, the official uniform cleaning partner of Hailstorm FC, with 2 locations in Fort Collins and 1 right down the street from Future Legends. Scotchy's Cleaners can handle all of your dry cleaning needs. That's Scotchy's. Here's Hernandez, and it's gone. Nico Brown, that couldn't find him as Powder cleared it away. Not cleanly, but he gets support from behind. Now a tussle for it, and a push in the back. Nico Brown hitting the turf. Nico Brown earning a free kick for his side, still working hard. By Nico Brown standards, it's been fairly quiet. Montes Diouf has his goal. Nico Brown has been defended well tonight by Northern Colorado. Lexington has Fuego at home next Saturday. That could be a battle for 10th Robertson floats into the 6-yard box. Lexington does get it back. It's game on in Colorado. Lexington has been overrun in the second half, but they find the tally to pull within a goal. Atestiouf. Fourth goal against Northern Colorado this season. It's a brace. He timed that perfectly. The header knifing low to the ground to plant it in the back of the net. Well, suddenly the complexion of this match has changed a bit. There's still plenty of time, and now there's a pulse.
Lexington SC goal scored by number 32, Atestiouf. Goal scored the 65th.
Atestiouf is doing things that no other player has been able to do in this league in 2023. He has somehow figured out a way to continually unlock what has been a fairly impenetrable side. He does nothing but score against them, and they're all absolute bangers. Northern Colorado out of the midfield. Here's Marky Hernandez. Hernandez was looking for Lukic. Never found him. Now Lexington showing fight. Certainly looked like there was a chance Northern Colorado was simply going to wander away with this one, but Lexington suddenly making everybody think about it. Oh, that was a heavy touch. It's played up ahead. Ammon off the post for a second time tonight. Came inches away from a hat trick. Knight was beaten. He is in disbelief. He has 2 goals and 2 woodwork jobs tonight. Oh my goodness. He just glided right by Fox and nutmegs it off the post.
A yellow card was issued to Hailstorm FC. Number 14.
Arthur Rogers has been shown the second card of the night for Northern Colorado. Ammon has the other one after he got into a physical altercation with him all night, the Lexington Sporting Club goalkeeper. So Rogers in the book. Northern Colorado back on the attack. 2 different step overs, and then a corner is won. Nifty from Stefan Lukic. And him all night will try and get his defense organized. The last thing he wants to do is concede a goal moments after his side pulls to within 1. Trevor Ammon put one off the post. Disaster was averted there. Lexington should feel fortunate. Rogers, a right-footed outswinger. Headed into the air and out of trouble. Now a foot race is on. And this will go for a Lexington throw-in. Into the 70th minute. 3-2 Northern Colorado. C3 Real Estate. C3 Real Estate Solutions can help every family who wants to call Colorado home. C3 stands for character, culture, and commitment, all of which are core to who they are. Visit the olsgaardteam.com and start crushing your real estate goals today at C3 Real Estate. You can hear the shouting in the background. That's the Lexington bench calling for a time-wasting warning or card against Delgado. They did not get their wish. A collection of heads. Finally, Fox brings it down, but he's harassed by Hernandez. Hernandez called for a foul. A reaction protest. Boy, there was a lot of jawing, a lot of dissension from the touchlines right now. Look at Lexington. Diouf! It took a deflection! It found the back of the net! We're level 3-3, but they're going to wipe the goal off. Shades of June 3rd. And now the referee trying to sort things out. There's mass confusion. What could have possibly been the call? Did they call it offside? The referee comes over. A handball could have been the call here, is what we're hearing. They're trying to sort it out. It absolutely made contact. Is the referee going to put the goal back on the board? The reaction of Eamon Zayed in Northern Colorado tells the story. He is in disbelief. And now the referee, he trots out. And it's going to be a free kick. Handball outside the box. No goal is the call. So the handball wipes out the goal. Look at that blast. And it's tough to see who got the hand on it. That was Diouf. With the shot, it caromed into the back of the net. And so the handball against Northern Colorado wipes out the Lexington leveling goal. Incredible. We have seen everything tonight. Absolutely everything. Diouf, his game-tying goal wiped out because of a Northern Colorado handball that leads to a Lexington free kick. Write that down so you can follow along. Unreal. And it's almost 3-3 anyways. It's loose in the mouth of goal and it's cleared away. So Kim thought he was going to draw Lexington level after it hit the woodwork, and somehow Northern Colorado, after all of that, remains up 3-2. And now Northern Colorado is trying to get back into play. Lexington saying the ball went over the goal line on the free kick. And now a yellow's been shown. This is mass chaos. Control has been lost and they called a goal. They gave Lexington the goal. The referee indicated it went across the goal line and it's 3-3.
A yellow card was issued to Hailstorm FC, number 66, Noah Powder.
Noah Powder was shown the yellow. Now the referee, Gabriel Ciampi, is going to come over to Sam Stockley. Oh, he came over to his fourth official. So Powder got the yellow. Right now the scoreline reads 3-3. So now we'll take a glance at what took place. Robertson, they're saying that went across the goal line. It hit the crossbar. And then Kim got a head on it. It was cleared off the line, and now it's 3-3, and now Lexington looking for the lead. This is punched over Brown's head. So Robertson credited with the goal. That's his second of the year. If your head hasn't exploded in confusion, you're still with us for a absolutely absurd second half where Lexington has suddenly collected 2 goals to draw even 3-3 in the last 10 minutes. How has this happened? Now Northern Colorado with Lukic. Good footwork to keep possession, though Muhammad recovered and knocked it across the touchline. Now into the box, backheeled, Ammon, left foot, and he blasts it high into the stratosphere and on a play. Man, that was almost a brutal mistake from Robertson. Ammon turned and on an impossible angle, trying to put it on goal, but it was well off balance. So now Lalo Delgado has been shown yellow, the goalkeeper for Northern Colorado. Why? I don't know. He's on the complete other end of the pitch from where the action just was, unless it's for protest. First half goals, attest to you for Lexington in the 4th minute. But then he was outdone by Trevor Ammon, who had a brace in the first half. It was 2-1 at halftime after an hour-plus weather delay in the 36th minute. Ammon would score the second first half goal right after the weather delay brought action back to this artificial surface at Future Legends Field. Then in the second half, just over a minute in, it was 3-1 to Northern Colorado thanks to Billy King and his 8th goal of the season. But then Ates Diouf scored again off of a free kick. As he was able to find himself on the end of a free kick and head it home. And then Tate Robertson on a contested free kick that only took place because Lexington had a goal wiped off the board due to a Northern Colorado handball. That ensuing free kick went off the crossbar. The referee said it went across the goal line to make it 3-3, despite mass protests from Northern Colorado. And so that's where we stand. It's 3-3. Oh, treble in the back. Diouf could not get it through Delgado, though. Oh, my goodness. That almost turned into 4-3 Lexington on a brutal defensive mistake. And now Northern Colorado looking for the lead. From distance, heavy rebound on the shot from King. And he lives to tell the tale. King put it on goal. It was dipping. Knight left a meaty rebound, but Hernandez couldn't track it down. And now it's a corner. This is absolute insanity. Rogers with the corner. Ammon put it wide. And by the way, one thing I didn't mention in that recap I just gave is that Ammon put it off the post in this second half. He put it off the post in the first half as well, and he still got 2 goals tonight. This truly feels like anyone's match now. This has been evenly played, but it's also been absolute mayhem. It's been a mix in this second half of soccer, rugby, and 2 locomotives colliding. The referee blows play dead. We're going to see Norte come on for Northern Colorado. We're also going to see Donald Benamna come in, and for the first time in 2023, it appears as if Irvin Parra will make an appearance as well. He is standing ready to substitute in.
Or substitution. Hailstorm FC making its first and second change. Leading the game, number 11, Marky Hernandez, and number 18, Jackson Dietrich. Entering the game, number 8, Norte, and number 17, Donald Benamna. Substitutions made for the 82nd minute.
So Marky Hernandez comes off. Donald Benamna is on. And Norte
A yellow card has been issued to Lexington
has come on for Northern Colorado.
in the 83rd minute.
Tate Robertson is showing yellow for Lexington Sporting Club. And here is the most inspiring moment of the season in USL League One. For the first time in 2023, after a battle with testicular cancer and 3 rounds of chemotherapy, Irvin Parra, the number 10 for Northern Colorado, appears on the pitch here in Windsor. And he comes on in a 3-3 affair. Parra immediately with his first touch. Here's Nico Brown slicing through defenders. To the outside, Balagoon, heavy touch, and it's taken away.
Number 10, Irvin Parra.
And then Balagoon with a clunky foul. Irvin Parra was diagnosed on February 6th. Underwent surgery a week later on the 13th. But a PET scan revealed cancer had spread. 3 rounds of chemotherapy, grueling for Parra. Mid-June was his final round of chemotherapy, and here he is tonight. A remarkable story. This is into the middle! Oh, what a save from Knight! Point blank! Keeps it 3-3. Denying Ammon, of all people. 85th minute. The hits just keep on coming. This is relentless King. Floats it outside the box, and a corner is earned for Northern Colorado. Good effort by Opara. Here comes the corner. Headed right at Knight, and he saved it again! Remarkable from Amal Knight, standing on his head. 2 point-blank saves, back to back. And both times it was Ammon, the Golden Boot leader. Ammon versus Knight has become the 1v1 battle of the year in USL League One. And it's all happened in one match. There is Irvin Para. It was 2 months ago that USL League One produced a feature on Irvin Para for fans to see, where he clearly was without hair due to the chemotherapy. Certainly was showing the signs of weight loss. But here he is looking healthy, the hair back. And in action, great to see him on the pitch. Ammon punches this forward. That's out of play. No, it stayed in play. It stayed in play. Robertson needs to get back defensively. That takes a deflection. Still rolling around in the box. And then a push in the back and a foul on Nico Brown. Peak Kitchen, Hailstorm FC wants to thank Peak Kitchen for providing meals for the players following tonight's match. That's Peak Kitchen. Rogers. His delivery's popped up. Knight one-hands it. And he can't find anyone to distribute to. He says, calm down. Let's take a breather. Let's figure this out. Getting late. This would be one heck of a point earned on the road for Lexington, their third draw away from home this season. Now Eamon Zayed is going to earn a yellow, or at least the bench of Northern Colorado. Was actually given to an assistant. Conduct All Electric offers full electrical services for residential, commercial, and industrial, as well as 24-hour emergency services for their clients right in Northern Colorado. It's Conduct All. Header! Just wide! Oh, the chances just keep cascading down on the Lexington. Para almost with an absolutely incredible comeback story. King put it right there. Para just wide. Eamon Zayed said this week what a story would be if I put him back on. I got a feeling and he's going to score. He almost did. And Zayed almost proved prophetic. Lexington trying to find a way to ask questions, but Ates Diouf sees that roll off his foot and out of play. Back to Northern Colorado. They are unbeaten at home this season. This match number 8, this would be the second draw if this result holds. It's a foul against Northern Colorado. So Kim is banged up. This has been a demolition derby. My goodness. Bumps, bruises. I do not know how you pick a man of the match tonight. Trevor Ammon has 2 goals to increase his Golden Boot lead. But Ates Diouf for Lexington has 2 goals. But also Amal Knight has been a brick wall in this second half, denying Ammon 2 different times, point blank. In both instances within 30 seconds of one another. That takes a wicked hop off the artificial surface, I should say. And it's won back by Lexington. Do they have another chance in them? Robertson is on the outside. He has Nico Brown in support. Nico Brown, 6 additional minutes. Brown, left foot. Diouf, he's the man you want if you're Lexington. Now Muhammad stays with it. Muhammad into the area. Muhammad! It's loose in front, and it's put over the bar! Oh, Lexington almost had the 3 points. So Kim came flying in and couldn't keep it down. Look at that carom after the save by Delgado, and then Kim just over the bar. Now it's Northern Colorado's turn. And this will go back to Lexington. Do either of these teams have enough gas left in them to score a winner? Both sides have deserved to find a game winner in the final 20 minutes. Ammon gives chase. Fox heads it out of danger. Fox puts it skyward. And now here's Northern Colorado, but Smart is on it. Boy, Ammon always lurking. Now Nico Brown, it's a foot race. Brown can't get there. Well played in the back. And now Northern Colorado into the attacking half. Benamna. And a foul. And a free kick. So Kim, the push from behind. Can Northern Colorado take all 3 points? Tonight, anything is possible. We have seen absolutely everything. In-swinger, Rogers. 8 assists for Rogers coming into tonight. And that was mishit. A rare mistake for Rogers. And now back to advantage Lexington. If this holds, Northern Colorado will have lost its lead atop USL League One. And coming out of the weekend, your new table topper is North Carolina FC. With a stunning, what would be a stunning draw to a remarkable Lexington comeback in this second half. Or will Northern Colorado retake first place? Ammon, he would be the man to do it. He chases it down. Ammon turns to face goal. Ammon, left foot into the area. That sent skyward. Headed to the midfield. Look out, he fell down. Played up ahead. Diouf, does he have the hat trick winner? Yes, he does. And Diouf was denied the hat trick June 3rd in what Lexington thought was the game winner. Well, he gets it tonight. Redemption. Lexington will win its first road match of the season, and they'll do it in Northern Colorado. And Diouf, it could only be him. Incredible. And Diouf, the hero that Lexington deserved tonight. Lexington, 3 goals in the second half. 3 goals on the game for Diouf. Diouf, who has run himself into the turf tonight, now receiving some medical attention. Unbelievable. One of the wildest USL League One matches ever. Diouf is going to get a time-wasting card. He says, I'm perfectly okay with that. And now I think you need to start asking some questions of Northern Colorado. We said over 2 hours ago when this match started, and after Diouf scored in minute number 4, that maybe, just maybe, if Northern Colorado had problems tonight, you start asking questions about a team that had previously had 12 unbeaten. But there was a lot of time, and sure enough, Northern Colorado scored 3 unanswered. Looked like they were easily sailing to a win, but Lexington, behind the greatness of Artest Diouf and an unbelievable amount of fortitude, is about to win it. And not steal it, but win it outright. Earn it. Grab it. Take it. We are one more Northern Colorado wave away from the most improbable road victory of the season in USL League One. Can they clear it away? Oh, there's problems! It's loose! That was sloppy. Night balls on it. That was near disaster for Lexington. Job not done. Sam Stockley is saying, go, get up the pitch, get up the pitch. His players, though, have no legs left. They're all lead-legged. This is blasted away. We await the whistle. The referee still hasn't blown it. And there it is. Lexington Sporting Club had not won away from home in 2023, but they come to Northern Colorado, the team that entered tonight first in USL League One. They scored 3 in the second half, and behind an Artest Diouf hat trick, Lexington Sporting Club wins. Lexington 4, Northern Colorado 3. Heroes all around in green. 3 points in the table, and that is the biggest win in the young existence of Lexington Sporting Club. Trevor Ammon, on a night he scores 2 goals, his team is defeated. And let's see his second goal. It is the play of the match. This was right out of the weather delay of over an hour in the first half. Ammon, back post, unmarked, beats him all night. That the Meadow Gold play of the match. It all looked copacetic from there for Northern Colorado until Lexington Sporting Club went crazy in the second half, down 3-1, scored 3 unanswered. An improbable 4-3 win for Lexington Sporting Club. Post game after this, catch your breath, says USL League One on ESPN+.
Welcome. I'm Jason Olskard. I'm here with Jackie and Michelle, and we are the Olskard team powered by C3 Real Estate Solutions.
We are proud to partner with future legends to help fulfill the lifestyle needs, wants, and desires of each family who wants to call Colorado home.
C3 stands for character, culture, and commitment. That is core to who we are and the exceptional value that every client will experience when working with us.
If you value working with an experienced team, we invite you to reach out to schedule a time to meet with us.
Shields All Sports Store is your one stop for everything outdoors, with local experts eager to guide you through the widest selection of brands. Your one stop for exercise gear to get working out or fashions for going out. and your one stop for footwear in your size, your style, yours to take home today. Shields, employee-owned, community-minded, and like no place you've ever shopped before.
Lexington Sporting Club 4, Northern Colorado 3. You are not looking at a typo. That graphic is telling you the reality. 3 second-half goals for Lexington to knock off the previous #1 team in USL League One. Attest to you, the first hat trick in Lexington Sporting Club history. Let's go to the highlights, and there are a bunch of them. This was non-stop action here tonight. 4th minute, seems like a week ago. Attest to you. Look at that blast with a right foot. That his 3rd goal of the year against Northern Colorado, and a harbinger of things to come. It was 1-0 at that point. Then Trevor Ammon, just a few moments later, puts it through them all night, and it was the equalizer. 1-1. Northern Colorado had been knocking on the door, and over an hour weather delay right out of the locker room, it's Ammon again, a brace. That's his 6th of the year. 6th brace, not goal. That was number 16 on the season, and it was 2-1. Then right out of the gates, out of halftime, Billy King makes it 3-1, and Northern Colorado was off to the races. Surely nothing would derail them. But wait, attest to you again on a free kick, a soaring header through Lalo Delgado, and Lexington had life. Then Lexington would have a goal taken off the board due to a Northern Colorado handball. That was in the back of the net. The referee said no because of the handball that occurred on the shot. Lexington couldn't believe it, disbelief. So on the subsequent free kick after that goal was said to not count, this is Tate Robertson. Crossbar. A fight board off the line. And then So Kim was denied, but wait a minute. The referee ruled that the free kick went off the bottom of the bar and across the goal line. It was 3-3, then off a turnover in the midfield. Attest to you has it played onto him, and he has the hat trick and the massive win, the first road victory of 2023 for Lexington Sporting Club, and that is the final, 4-3 Lexington. Want to thank everybody involved in tonight's broadcast, including those of you watching tonight on ESPN+. Brent Coscuyuela, our executive producer. Lazaro Molina, outstanding work on replay and audio tonight. Jason Goebel. I'm Ken Levica. Your final score for a final time. Lexington Sporting Club 4, Northern Colorado 3. This has been USL League One on ESPN+. Good night, everybody.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.